Originally, when I was going to all these shows and festivals, I was seeing some of my favorite artists, and I was always just kind of wondering to myself, what if that was me one day? What's up, guys? You're watching Inside the Mind of a Content Creator. My name is Wooli, and welcome to my Los Angeles studio. So, even though we're in Los Angeles right now, I'm born and raised in upstate New York, where you also find me spending most of my time. I was out of college. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I joined my father's company as a financial advisor, and then I realized it's not what I wanted to do the rest of my life. It wasn't really my passion. For a hobby, I was making music just on the side for fun. After about a year or two of that, I was able to gather a community of fans who were able to share my music, and once music was able to pay my bills, I decided to just go full force into electronic music, and I haven't looked back since.
You guys ready to jump?
So my older brother, he used to drive me around in his car listening to drum and bass and all different types of electronic music. That was where I got my first introduction to electronic music, and then I started going to festivals and shows. And if you're a fan of EDM and you're going to a lot of shows and festivals, you know it's kind of an addiction in itself where you just need to go to every single show and festival, and that was me for about 5 or 6 years before I even started to learn how to make music. Through just going to so many shows and knowing what I wanted to hear personally as a fan in the crowd, I was able to garner my sound and draw a lot of inspiration from the artists that I was seeing as a kid, and ultimately led to my current sound today.
You guys are having me. I'll see you guys next time in the studio. Please.
So when I first started making music, I knew marketing was going to be a huge part of being able to make it as a DJ or producer, especially when the field was so saturated with up-and-coming veteran producers like myself. So the idea to stand out, I really had to go full force on my brand and my marketing. I was looking through kind of what I felt when I was listening to my earlier music. To me, it was kind of like a raw, big stompy mammoth style sound with a really heavy drums. There was a elephant emoji, as stupid as that sounds. Like tying something to like your social media is like as simple as emoji can go a really long way. I picked the name Wooli, like woolly mammoth, spelled it a little differently so it would show up easy on like a Google search or social media, and I just kind of went from there. So when it comes to making music, I'm always on my computer, like I said, so I knew that getting a computer that would be able to handle the workload that is making music that's all on the computer is really essential to my business. So when I was able to afford it and reinvest in myself, I went and purchased a Skytech gaming computer, which is crushing the workload and the load it's putting on my computer. I'm a pretty big gamer myself, so when I'm not making music, you can find me on Call of Duty or World of Warcraft. Getting something that will handle it like a Skytech gaming computer was really important to me.